May 2nd, 2012. This is Justice Done Dirt Cheap. Just wanted to share some thoughts with you all. If more people actually filed complaints regarding police conduct to the New Brunswick Police Commission and followed up those complaints till their natural conclusion, and then filed lawsuits against police misconduct, that would help to encourage the Fredericton Police Force to actually follow the law and follow our, make sure to act in accordance with our charter protected rights. Now, the police as a group are fallible. They make mistakes, their policies can be wrong, and the individual agents acting as police force members make mistakes every day while they're doing their job. If they're doing their job correctly, it'd be a very difficult job to do, which it should be, because when your job is directly conflicting with the rights of people that are walking about the city of Fredericton, have the right to remain silent, the right to make choices in life, the right not to be arbitrarily detained or arbitrarily arrested. It's a difficult job for the police to do much of anything, which is how it should be. Charter of Rights and Freedoms protects our rights so that they are not infringed. And if more people took the Fredericton Police Force to task for the errors they made, for the things that they do wrong, then they would do less of those things that are wrong, because they would be taking a task on those things they've done wrong. So I encourage everyone who's ever had a negative police encounter to, number one, file a complaint to the New Brunswick Police Commission. Follow that complaint right through to its conclusion and file an action. File a lawsuit for damages against the police if you've been injured unjustly. If you've been damaged by police conduct that has violated your charter rights. It's only when we act on our rights do they remain vibrant and are protected. The law does not protect those who sleep upon their rights, is an interesting quote. Members of the police force, like any other group, have good in them, bad in them, some grumpy people, some happy people, some friendly people. But it doesn't matter if they're grumpy, friendly, happy, generally good guys or good ladies. They have a job to do, and that job means that they take precautions not to violate our charter protected rights. If they're doing their job correctly, then we all live in a freer society where each one of us has individual freedoms that should be protected by the police, not violated by the police. And until more people stand up and start exercising their rights, the Fredericton Police Force, through error, will continue to violate those rights. So I encourage everyone to stand up for yourself. Flex your rights. Stand up for your charter protections, and if you've been violated unjustly, then take whatever steps you legally have to make sure that your rights are protected. So again, this is Justice Done Dirt Cheap. This is May 2nd, 2012, and just want to bring a human element to police procedure and police conduct, and let you know that every group has good and bad in it. People have good days and bad days and whatnot, and it's a difficult job for the police to do when they're doing it correctly, but that's how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be a difficult job because they're the ones that are directly affecting our everyday freedoms, our ability to move from one point to the other, our ability to make choices. And if you've ever been arrested, it's not a good experience whatsoever. It's violent, you get hurt. Simple misunderstandings can escalate very quickly into a dangerous situation. So if the Fredericton Police Force are encouraged as a group and as individuals to please protect the charter rights of every individual in the city of Fredericton, we'd all live happily together. or at least closer to being able to live happily together. Do a search on the internet for Charter of Rights and Freedoms, the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms, and you'll be surprised how many rights you have. And the case law that you can read on a site called CanLII, C-A-N-L-I-I. CanLII is a website that catalogs judicial decisions. And you can do search words there and search Charter of Rights and Freedoms and whatever else words you might think might bring up some interesting decisions, and you'll find out how the courts actually protect charter rights, and how the police cannot act inappropriately, violating people's charter rights. And if they do, then it's basically any evidence they gathered in that violation is thrown out, and people should seek damages for having their rights violated. So there you go. Just want to share a thought about that. Just bring some humanity to the whole experience, and we forget that police have a hard job to do, and they have good days and bad days. They're people like us. They put their pants on one leg at a time, and they might wear a bulletproof vest. That's about the only difference. But we all make mistakes, and we should be held accountable for our mistakes. So that's all for tonight. Thanks for listening. This is Justice Done Dirt Cheap in Fredericton, New Brunswick. Wishing you a good evening.